Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today's one is quite interesting. In fact, you won't believe it when you hear with your ear. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you out there supporting us, always listening to us, giving us a thumbs up, subscribing, sharing. We truly, sincerely, and really appreciate you. Let's go to the news and get all the details. Buhari goes tough, cancels appointments approved made by late Abba Kyari. It's only in this country that Buhari's personal aide is now a minister or is now the president himself, all due to Buhari's inability to work, not being there, and nobody knows even if is the one in charge of the country or the aides are the one in charge of the country. Anyway, Buhari has gone tough. The appointments made by later by Kyari, he has cancelled them. Let's get to the news and get all the details. All actions that were carried out without Buhari's consent and permission have been declared null and void. Audits of office memo that approve activities of late Abba Kyari will be facing inquiry. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed his new chief of staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, to cancel all appointments and approvals made by the late chief of staff, late Abba Kyari, personally made without his permission, though no reason was given for the presidential action whatsoever. Reports indicated that no less than 150 memos without President Muhammadu Buhari's permission authorization has been discovered. According to a source, by the new development, every official action carried out by the late chief of staff without presidential approval may have been declared null and void by the effect of the new directives given by Buhari to his new chief of staff. Meanwhile, the Nigerian pilot weekend further learnt that an audit of the late Abba Kyari's office is being carried out now, and all the appointments and official actions he carried out and everything he did while in office is being investigated. My people, this will not be medicine after death. What are you investigating? Abba Kyari is dead. And if you find anything, what's the benefit? What will be done? So if he had not died, this would have not been done. So what we are hearing now is Buhari is giving Gambari authority to go through, look at everything that later Kyari did while in office. More than 150 memos regarding actions he carried out. This guy passed president too. Why? Because of Buhari's inability, inefficiency in office. The person of late Abba Kyari took over the leadership of Nigeria and started implementing, cancelling, ordering everything that he wanted to do all by himself. No wonder some people said Buhari was just his toy. He was the one actually in charge of the country. Have you heard of the adage that says green snake under the green grass? Quiet, not speaking much, but totally in control and in charge, and don't take him for a fool. Don't forget the person of late Abba Kyari studied in the UK, a very well read and exposed man. He went to school and he knows exactly what he was doing. Many people said it was alleged that he was the one in charge of the country ruling. Buhari was just there as a figurehead for what he said was what mattered and how the government still saw things and implemented. That was exactly what was happening. Why Buhari was the one in power. Well, my people, you have seen it all for yourself. Now that he's late and gone, Buhari wants to investigate his office. I don't understand what the investigation is for. Do you want to investigate and declare that he was a bad man, or that he was not controlling you, or that he was not the one in charge? A person that was see, in case you don't understand, refer to our former news and hear for yourself. The office of the president of the chief of staff is not a is not a ceremonial office. Okay, it is not constitutionalized. The president does not have to have a chief of staff. Okay, the president does not have to have a chief of staff. It is not constitutionalized. He has no power. He cannot vote. He cannot have a voice in the scheme of things. But guess what? Buhari's inefficiency in office made the office of the chief of staff look like he was the head. Did you remember? Can you go back in time and just imagine and remember closely who was um Goodluck Jonathan chief of staff, or who was Obasanjo's chief of staff? Those were living, active, and lively presidents that we knew about. So there was no way the chief of staff can become the head when when he was alive, when he was the one in charge, when they were the one in charge of Nigeria. You see, but when they abuse, when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. That's how Nigeria has become their toy. Nigeria has become their ground where they do what they want to do. Why? Buhari's inability exposed Nigeria to all that. Buhari's inability made Nigerians to see that made some people to begin to esteem the office of the chief of staff as though it was an office to be highly esteemed. It was more than they made it feel like it was more than a governor. It was more than a senator. In fact, he was the law. It made him look like he was the one in charge of the country. Exactly, that was what they did because of the way they esteem him. Anybody wanted a favor, we go to him, we speak to, they began to reverence the office. They began to make this man feel more important than he was. Don't forget that even the person of it was alleged that even the person of Oshomole, when he had issues, ran to him. When the court has said, well, we will not listen to this case, your matter has been adjusted, be adjourned to further notice. According to what we heard that it was him that called the lawyers. He himself is also a lawyer to say, no, listen to the guy's case. Can you imagine that? That's how powerful he has become in Nigeria. That's how the office of the president made him to become. They made him look like he has power, he has matter, he has a say in Nigeria. No. In case you don't know, please refer to our former news and hear what the office of the president is. What are the duties of the chief of staff? Is nothing important. It's just the number one official staff, personal staff to the president. And so they are not the ones to rule, to decide, to speak into issues. In fact, they should not be, they only attend official meeting at the request of the president for them to be there to assist him, here and there, not to come there and be a part of those who will vote in a matter, in an issue with regards to national security or the nation. But Buhari inadequacy, inconsistency, behavior made it look like the chief of staff is the person ruling. You know, that ought not to be in a democratic environment that we voted in our leaders. We should see our leaders come out to address us. We should see our leaders come out to to intimate us on what is happening, not some other persons that are not considered into power that Nigerians never voted for, not the people you appointed, telling us what to do and how to do it. Is wrong. It's not accepted in any way, form, or kind. But the way Nigeria has turned out to be has made it look like this is what it is. This is what it is. It's wrong. So in case you don't know, don't go and esteem the office of these people as if they are the law. No, they are not the law. They are not the law. They are not the law. So my people, now waiting they happen be this. So they are now investigating. They like medicine after death. They are just investigating the office of late Abba Kyari. What is supposed to be the result? So if they find if they find out what will the findings do? 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 Is this not called medicine after death? That's Nigeria for you. That's the country that you are in. Anyway, my people, now the matter waiting they happen be this. So this is what we have come to see in this country and in this nation, where the rule of law is not obeyed. People do as they please. They move about. There is no orderliness in government. Anyway, what do you think? They are investigating later Bakari's office. For what? I don't know. You please leave us your thoughts. Don't forget to like us, to share, to subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Let's hear what you think about the late Abba Kyari's office being investigated long after he's dead. I don't understand what they are auditing his office for now. Have they gone to investigate those that are alive? Have the offices of those that are alive, ministers and those that matter, have they been investigated? Have those been looked after? Have those been checked out to see if they are working in line with the Constitution? And the matter be that. So, anyway, thanks very much for coming out here. Don't forget to like us, to share, to subscribe, to click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless and bye for now.